What is up? Thank you for coming to my channel, Prison POV. Shout out to the joiners and shout out to the Point of View crew. Today we're going to talk about kindness for weakness. Very interesting little scenario. Happens on the streets, happens in the pen. Basically, you can be cool to somebody and they just think you're a straight up knack for it. They think you're trying to buy their friendship. They think anything other than you're just being a cool dude. They're taking that kindness for weakness. And if you see my thumbnail, shows two cars wrecking, that's to say, yes, kindness for weakness can cause you a wreck. But also, Green-Eyed Gemini, Jennifer, my girlfriend, got in a car wreck a couple days ago. Very disturbing to hear. Unsettling. And you know I'm in a long-distance relationship. And I didn't think that distance affected our relationship at all. And it doesn't until, I don't know, a car wreck happens. Then you kind of feel that distance, man, for sure. It could have been way worse, so trip on this. She has two vehicles. She has a big SUV, all metal, just a big old V8 SUV, and a smaller little family vehicle. Well, she can't drive the SUV because it has a V8, and gas is so expensive. She doesn't drive it around. Who could afford the gas in it? You literally watch the gas gauge drop as you're driving. Doesn't drive it ever. Drives a little vehicle. Good on gas. She had an appointment. She had some place she had to go the other day before. She had some place she had to be. And before she could leave, she had to find her keys, which she's not able to do. She's tearing her house apart. She had to be someplace at 9:30. Started looking for her keys at 8:30. Noticed they were gone. Looking for her car keys. Couldn't find them. Because she ran out of time. Couldn't find the keys anywhere. Looked everywhere. She had to go ahead and take that tank. Had to go ahead and take the big old SUV. Because she could not find the keys to her other little car. So she went, someplace she goes all the time, went to go pull out and got in a major wreck. Could have been way worse though. Had she been in that little car, I believe that engine would end up on her lap. Would have been way, way worse, man. And then she goes home, and guess what? Finds the keys right away. You know how there'll be a hook on your wall where your keys go? It was right there. Like as if she hung up on the hook and they fell. She went by that hook 100 times, she would have seen it. It's just crazy. I mean, I believe something supernatural happened to spared her life. She believes it too. I feel strongly. Because how would the keys just show up there all of a sudden? But not only that, though, trip on this. It was horrible because I thought it was my fault, man. I thought it was my fault. Because she's supposed to call me at 7 a.m. She called at 6:58. I noticed I had a missed call from her, so I called her back. Ring, 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 ring. No one answered. So I just called right back again. And she answered, hey, just got in a wreck. I'm okay. I'm not hurt. I can't talk. And I hung up. And I was like, damn, it's my fault. I called. But no, it wasn't my fault. And it wasn't her fault. And praise God, she's okay. So this video, kindness for weakness. Now, you guys might, some of you OG Prison POV members might recall the story. The very beginning. Not even the story, just intro to it. I gotta do a little build up. I'm gonna build up to where I'm going. So just because you might recognize the beginning, don't trip because I'm a bank of hard left. I'm gonna take you unfamiliar territory. So trip on this, man. My house got raided. Once upon a time, house got raided. I look out back, cops are there, out front, got me straight up surrounded. I jump up immediately. What I do is I have 4 grams of black, some H right there. I want to hoop it. I don't know why. I don't know if it's a stress. I don't know if it's because I was half asleep. I don't know why. But I grabbed the bag. It was a sandwich bag. I didn't tighten a knot and run with it. I just twisted it like this. Thinking that when I put it up in there, it was entering into a cylinder like this. And the bag was going to go up there and be like, squish like this in my guts. No, I didn't know it was a cavern. Like, oh. And it's just going to go in there and open up freely. And all my body fluids are going to mix with that H, that black. Good. Man, I'm surprised I didn't overdose. Actually, I did overdose. It was like a slow release. So I put that up in there. The cops are tearing my house apart. Next thing I know, I'm in the back of the cop car throwing up. And I'm out. And they take me to Kern County Jail. And the nurse says, you cannot bring him in here like this. You have to take him to the hospital. They took me to the hospital. I woke up a couple hours later with all those EKG things on me. Like, barely awake, barely alive. Then they went ahead and booked me into jail, put me into a cell. There's about 6 outsiders and me. I'm the only white boy among 6 outsiders. And I go to a back bed, a top rack, and crash. And I'm out for like 3 days. And I can hear him every once in a while. I'd wake up and it's real fuzzy. Hey, Wood, get up and do your time. Time. Hey, Wood, it's count time. Chow. And I'm just, bro, I'm out of it, man. That slow release of that, bro, like I said, I'm surprised I lived through it. 4 grams up in me, just slowly released. Finally, after like 3 days, I came out of it. I woke up, went to the toilet, pulled the bag out, see what I had left. And it was all sloshy, and it was this bag, it was just all weird. And then tucked in the corner was about about $500, a little tiny bit that was not touched by bodily fluids. The rest had absorbed. Boom, I got it, took it out, offered the homies that were there in the cell. I didn't need none. I was still like basically OD. But hey, I got a little bit if anyone wants some. Everybody said no, except this youngster. He said, yeah, I want some. I think since he's there in county jail with me and he wants some, it's because he does it on the streets and I was going through withdrawals. That's what I'm thinking. I'm not thinking it's the first time he just wanted to try it because he's curious. Let's go ahead and just give it a shot. I'm thinking he's dope sick. So I hook him up a good one and it really knocks him. Knocks him for a curve. So, a couple hours later, they called me and that youngster to go to Laredo from downtown jail. I'm going to go to pretrial. He's going to go to the farm. They bring us out, waist chains, shop us up, have us two standing there waiting for some other inmates, and he starts throwing up everywhere. And he's like, Splinter, what's wrong with me, man? I'm just like, Splinter, am I okay, dude? What's happening? I'm like, who's this Splinter you speak of? Who's Splinter? That's not my name. That's not my name. They call me Chris. That's not my name. They call me Splinter. That's not my name. Who's this Splinter you speak of? I'm thinking all shackled up like, quit talking to me. He's throwing up everywhere. Splinter, help. Fine, the cops, they don't care. They take us out. I end up in pretrial. I walk in, the first wood. Homeboy, I see his baby face. I said, what's up, homeboy? What's up, brother? I said, look, is anyone sick in the pod? Because I got a little bit of black. That's how I always do it. If I go in just a little bit, I'm going to guess whoever's there is sick. I'm going to get them well. I was like, hey, is there anybody in here sick? He's like, nah. I was like, all right, I got 2 issues. I'm going to do some. You're going to do the rest. And it's done. That's all I got. And it was okay. Him and I got loaded in a cell. No sooner did we finish it up, I hear the old man shuffle. Some dude coming down the tier. I could tell by looking at him he's sick. I tell Baby Face, you ain't right, homeboy. You ain't left yet either, but dang dong, you ain't right. Straight up said no was sick so he can get himself an issue. Dude comes walking up, hey brother, any more? I said, no, that's it. It's all of it. I knew this dude and didn't care for him. I told you guys before that there's 2 sides to our jail. There's male minimum, the farm, and then you have pretrial. The people on the farm have action at tobacco, people on pretrial do not. But we meet together, we go to Wasco together, we catch a chain, we go to court. So anytime these dudes of male minimum on the farm have movement, and they're going to go to Wasco or they're going to go to court, they'll take some tobacco for themselves, and in case they bump into some solid rags, some good dudes, in pretrial. That's how they're supposed to do it. So I'm getting ready to catch a chain, and I'm thinking, man, I hope I see some farmers. I hope I see some wood, some male minimum, that thought enough to bring a little bit extra tobacco for a good wood in pretrial. Moi. So I get in there, the only thing I'm looking around, here comes some farmers, and it's that dude who I seen right now who's saying, you got any more? He's all blasted back. I know him. I know his name. I heard him done a gang of time in the pen. And I'm looking at him like, got something for me? And I look out, staring, and he just had nothing coming, not even conversation. Instead, have him on the shine, and you had a gang of pouches. You know, he could have took some out, hooked me up, so I could have some tobacco too. Knowing I had none, they just, bro, assed out, had nothing coming. So here we are, county jail. Hey, you got any more? I said, no, I don't. But then him and I actually end up getting pretty tight. We end up getting pretty cool because both him and I are withdrawing. We're kicking. They locked the cells down from like 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. As soon as the cells cracked at 3 a.m., we're already like restless from being in there for 4 or 5 hours, and like we can't sleep. We got restless leg syndrome, racing thoughts. So we both meet, go out the day room, sit at the table, and we chill. Once we start going to the store, we'd make a big peckerwood pie, Pop-Tarts, brownies, because you got that long gut, Cocos, M&Ms, and then at night we'd make a big spread with the beans and the soups and the chips. We had a lot of money. We're going to the store. Especially, look, this is how we're doing it. You can only get 15 snacks. If you want 20 snacks, if you want 10 bags of chips and 10 honey buns, it's not going to happen because you only get 15 snacks. I wanted more than 15 snacks. So I'm maxing out 15 snacks, and I'm having money put on his books. Even though he has money, he's buying his own stuff. I'm also giving him money so I can max out. He'll be like, hey, brother, I'm only going to get 7 snacks. You know, there's like, 8 more for you. And you have the money on there. So I would help max his store list out, max mine out. I had a bunch of store. I'm making all these peckerwood pies for us. I'm feeding him. He's kicking in on it sometimes not. I don't care. That's my road dog. We're withdrawing together. We're doing the damn thing. That's about 3 weeks. Then they call me to go ICDTP, which is another part of Kern County Jail. 60 days in custody, 30 days on the streets, blah, blah, blah. And they move me. Okay, all right, fellas. All right, everybody. All right, kitchen on flip-flop. I go over there. I'm programming shit. Call my dad. They're like, hey, that dude that you're putting money on his books, he called me up, cussing me out. Like, what? Yeah, he called me up all tricked out, asking, where's the money at? I'm like, what money? She goes, yeah, that's what I said, what money? I guess he wants you, even though you moved, Splinter, to a different part of the jail, he expected you to continue to put that money on his books. He's like, where's the money? It's not here. And she said, well, why was the money on there to begin with? For Splinter. Because Splinter was spending off your store list. Splinter's no longer with you. We're not going to continue to put the money on there. And he got mad, said some disrespectful things, and left it to where when I see you, it's on site. Kindness for weakness. I was being cool. I was maxing out the store list. I was feeding him. He thought I was trying to buy his friendship. He knew I had a lot of money. He thought he could pump me for it. He thought he could give me attitude. Shut that shit down. Like, wasn't no physic. And now it's on site and we see each other. All because I was doing something cool. Kindness for weakness. A homeboy had got it squashed, though. This dude, Jesse, rest in peace, got it squashed. Now, when I first met Jesse, we ended up being cool. He jumped me. We weren't cool when we first met. I'm dating his cousin. Not blood cousins, but cousin marriage type thing. I'm dating his cousin. He walks up to her one day like, and she flinches. And he's like, he's beating you. He must be beating you. Because I act like I was going to punch you. You flinched. It means you're used to getting beat. It means that Chris dude Splitter's beating you up. Shows up in my spot with like 4 dudes and just jumps me. Based on her flinching. Crazy. I didn't see him after that. Some stuff went down. I didn't see him for 2 years. I met this other pad. I forgot all about that incident. And I was sleeping and I wake up in the morning time. I hear his voice. I'm not going to forget his voice. Why would I forget his voice? Last time I heard it, he was hitting me inside the head, calling me some expletives. Cuss words! He's cussing me out, dog. Punching me, homeboy, and I was getting kicked. Hey, I'm not going to forget his voice. But I'm like, what am I going to do? Chest move, it's on me. I got to rush out there. I'm definitely not going to go out there and go, hey, bro, squash it. Can't, you know what I mean? Straight up captain squash it. Act like nothing happened. I'm not built like that. I'm going to bust a move. But all I had was like Adidas slip-on, like shower shoes. I'm like, should I go out there in my shower shoes? Should I go out there in my bare feet? I pondered it, and finally I went out there in bare feet and just like, what's up, bull? What's up, bull? Came out crazy, back to him in the corner. He's like, dude, what are you doing? What the hell? What's going on? Telling the dudes who's on the house, what's going on with this dude? He's tripping. I was like, hey, jump me. He's like, what? I had a refreshing mind. You don't remember jumping me? He's like, oh, bro, my bad. That guy's, I said, what? So we're cool then? So we're cool with it, bro. Squashed it. Cool after that. Then he ends up getting this whole thing squashed with the dude who thought I should keep money on his books, took the kindness for weakness. The last time I saw that dude, him and I were in pretrial. That dude Jesse, who got us squashed. This is why me and him got so tight. We're in pretrial, and it's kind of an odd situation. We're H-Pod, and it's like all woods and all blacks. No Southsiders, no Pisces, maybe like 1 or 2 Pisces, no Southsiders. Kind of a trip, because Southsiders are deep in Kern County jail. I'm thinking maybe there was a riot or something, they took them all out. All woods and all blacks. Equal. Both pretty deep. Everyone all active, kicking up dust. Everyone has chips on their shoulders and attitudes. Well, I guess the blacks got a bunch of weed in front of a bunch of the woods. So the woods are upstairs, top tier, about 8 deep, smoking weed. And the cops rush in on them and bust them, snatch them all up, handcuff them, find the weed, take them all out. Me and homeboy were downstairs on the phone trying to do some transaction, make some stuff happen. So we didn't get caught up in it. Otherwise, we'd been up there burning too. Like, damn, there went the car. See you guys there. All the homeboys are gone. I'm tripping. They'll fill it back up with more homeboys. I'm not even tripping. But then the black dudes came up to us and said, hey, you guys got the woods debt? We're like, what? Come again? Okay. Yeah, we just fronted the woods all that weed. They got busted with there. They're burning because we gave that to them. You got the debt, right? You going to cover it? We can't take an L on that. Well, we're like, we can't take the L either. Oh, that's how it goes in the pen, though. You guys have been in the pen. You know how it works. You're supposed to cover their debt. I was like, if we co-sign, if you want to get technical and bring up the pen, I didn't co-sign. I didn't do you guys a transaction. They're going to make a big issue out of it. And remember, it was a Thursday. We're like, look, they'll be back. Just give them time to be back. Like, if they don't come back, they're saying you're going to cover the debt. Sure, whatever. We're like, just give them time to come back, though. Friday, the next day, they ask us, hey, what's up, man? Look, they'll be back. Saturday, they're like, what's up, man, with the weed and the debt? It's the weekend. I give it till Monday. They'll be back. Me and Jesse are telling them, all these dudes pushing up on us, they'll be back. And they're not bringing nobody else in. It's the weekend. Put it on pause. Monday, they hit us up first thing in the morning. They'll be back. And later on that night, Jesse and I caught the chain to Wasco. Peace, homie. They're like, hey, Wood, what about the debt? They'll be back. Catch you on the flip-flop. Bro, when I was at Arizona, I would program tough for these 2 Southsiders. This dude from King Cobras, I cannot remember his name because it was in Spanish, so I can't remember it. And Ronnie from Lot. The dude from King Cobras blasted this spider web right here. He did some work on me. I'd have to really look and see what it is. My work kind of like all blends together. He tatted me down for free. He didn't charge me nothing. I would kick it with them. I would drink. I'd lock down in their cell. Those 2 Southsiders and a couple other Southsiders kicked it with us from IE. So it'd be 5 of us, 4 Southsiders in a wood, locked in a cell, bumping music, getting drunk. And the woods would be tripping on me. I mean, they couldn't tell me not to do it. They're like, Splinter, get us all in a wreck. They would put woods on the outside of the door to make sure that happened, make sure I didn't do nothing crazy, get us in a wreck. And when the cop came to crack us out, the cop, knew what we were doing. Opened the door for, once an hour, they open up the doors for day room. Boom, open up the door. and I had to go to my cell. I didn't have to. I was drunk. I wanted to go back to my cell. The wood would escort me so that I didn't get drunk. So I didn't talk no shit to somebody on the way. They didn't want you drunk in the day room. So the woods would escort me to my own cell. Then I get in there, they're like, stay here, Splinter. I said, I want a cigarette. I flagged and popped my door. A cop got me out, and I started wandering around the day room all drunk to get a cigarette. I was going to get jumped. I don't know how close I got to get my ass straight up beat, but I can't believe really close. Point being, I hung out tough with dude from King Cobras and Ronnie from Life. I go to New Delano. The dude next to me is a Southsider from King Cobras. Cool beans. Like, I never even heard of the gang King Cobras, Southsider gang, until I met the dude who I kicked it with real tough. A Southsider with the Spanish name that I can't recall. So based on that, based on me having so much love for that dude, I told the dude next to me from King Cobras, hey, and I had a big old package. I had 30 pounds full of food that got to me in Arizona, but we were on lockdown. They wouldn't let me have it. It followed me to that layover at Ironwood. It followed me here to New Delano, and they give it to me. Boom, here's your 30 pounds package. I'm unpacking it, plus I got $700 in my books. I got up at the store, I'm not tripping. The dude from King Cobras, I go, here, bro. I throw him some food. About $5-6 worth of food, just lace him up. I go, hey, because I'm good friends with your homie. And I knew his name at the time, King Cobras. Showing love. He didn't look at it like I'm showing love. He took straight up kindness or weakness, that dude did. It tripped me out. Because I gave it to him, and a couple days later, he comes at me trying to run drag on me. First, he asked me for more. Hey, can I have more? Another one of those sausage things? I was like, no, bro, I had 6, and I gave you 1. I was like, and I gave you, he's like, oh, can I have? And I said, no, you can't have no more. I hooked you up. Then, a couple minutes later, like a pause, a beat later, he's like, hey. And he tried to sell me some old beat-up workout gloves. Hey, you want to buy these? These are like really cool. And I was like, no, he stayed trying to run drag on me. And I guess first impressions are everything, because I tried to show him that no, homeboy, I'm not kind, nor am I weak. I was just wanting to be a blessing to you. And I would try to come hard at him, not hard at him, but I'd be borderline rude, and he wasn't picking up what I was putting down. He'd be talking to me, and I'd just walk away right in the middle of it. He'd be pitching something to me. Always trying to sell me something. Always trying to run some kind of drag. And I just listen to him and walk away, and I'm thinking, fuck, it's because I drove up, and I laced him up with some stuff, and he thought, lame, give the stuff away. Because some people wouldn't consider it. Some people would not think, because of dog-eat-dog world, you gotta fight for every crumb you have sometimes. Some people wouldn't think when they had their stuff to actually share and give away. But I'm like, hey man, you let it go and it comes right back to you. The only way you keep it is you give it away. I'm not into being stingy, bro. Like, I can't get down like that. But that dude's straight up kindness for weakness. But even worse than that was this white Southsider. This white Southsider, bro. He had a straight program to his shit. Me and this dude named Flea in NorCal Wood. People always say don't blink. This NorCal Wood named Flea, him and I were dogs. We were workout partners, pinochle partners. We kicked it. He was doing 10 years or something, whatever. So we're programming tough in New Delano, in the gym. We would spread every night. Soups, beans, chili, chips, summer sausage. We'd go hard. That's what you want to do. You want to eat the state food, you want to get your workout on, you want to get your drive on, and before bed, at night, you're going to get a little hungry, a fat ass spread. Hell yeah. Me and Flea would throw it. Sometimes other people would get in on it, but it's him and I. Mostly had the main the food. This white Southsider comes up one night. Hey, can I get in? She sees us. That we're doing it every night. So he comes, hey, I got a soup, he says, and a handful of chips and like a few beans. We're like, yeah, cool. And he gets in on. The next day he comes by, he's like, I got 2 soups. I'm like, yeah, no problem. The next day, it's like from a distance, he sees me, he's like, what's that? He's like, shoves me a soup from a distance. I'm like, come on over. He's like, oh, right on, dog. You know. The next day he walks up and is talking. Hey, you guys see that game? Just talking. He has a soup on him. He's like, yeah, I'm just talking this now, you know. And I grab it from him and throw it in the thing. And then later, it turns out he just walks up and throws the soup on the bed and just walks off. And then it turns out he just walks up wanting a bowl with no soup at all. Bro, kindness for weakness. Let him in a couple times. Finally, borderline, I disrespect him. We start clowning him. Every time he come over, we make butt of the jokes. I was like, hey, dog, you came up one night just with nothing, wanted to get in on it. I said, bro, you got to at least go get a soup full. And he came back with a soup, and I started grabbing it. I was like, no, that's dick flavored. He's like, what? I said, yeah, I heard you bought a whole case of them at the store, dog. Keep that for you. Take those to the neck, brother. I don't get down like that. You keep your dick flavored soups. He's like, oh, no. Like, yeah. Because you want to disrespect us? I mean, we let you in. And he just wants to keep coming back every night. Kindness for weakness. People try to get what they can get, and they try to run with it. And fuck all that noise. Trip on this. I really can't say trip on this because, damn, bro, it's 19 minutes and I had another story about it. So, I like to go 25, 26 minutes. I guess I can't do it. I'm tapped out at 20 minutes. Ain't that a shame? Even if I thought of another story right now, I'm hip to it. People are already gone. They felt like the dead in energy. They feel like dying. They're okay, we're out here, Splinter. Yeah, that's your spill. We don't have time to sit around while you like try to click it together and get something. Like even now I can feel people leaving. But wait a minute, don't leave because I got a good story for you. I think. Hang on, just give me a second. Just give me a second. Let me think. I guess not. I guess it's not a good story. You know what I need to do? I need to be compelled and I need to be provoked to go live. Because I'm not really feeling it, bro. I just, for some reason about it, but every time I get on there, I love it. So I just, if you want me to go live, man, hit me up and say, Splinter, go live. Provoke me. Or if no one says that, then I guess my instinct is right. No one's feeling it. I just feel like, I don't know, man. I'm just not big on the lives. But like I said, I dig them every time I do them. And hey, man, I'm going to be heading up north real soon. Who in the Bay Area would want to kick back with me? Maybe grab some Starbucks, maybe burn a joint, maybe kick it. Artie Martin, where you at, brother? You up there somewhere, homeboy? Who would want to kick with me, brother, in the NorCal area? Holler, holler, get at me. Hello, trying to be up there. And so I will look out and post up with some people. Anyway, I guess I'm cut string and let it fly. Do another video tomorrow. I think a viewer's choice is coming. A viewer's choice is coming. Anyway, be that as a man, I'm cut string and let it fly. Peace.